Yo, Giulio, what's for lunch?
Fish tacos.
I'm a private chef, cook for money, yeah.
Guys, welcome back to What's for Lunch. Giulio, welcome to the show, man.
Dude, thanks for having me.
No problem, dude. Fish tacos. This is gonna be good. So I was thinking, when you said fish tacos, I was like, all right, we can either go Asian or Tex-Mex, and I couldn't decide, so we're doing a little bit of a fusion. What I have here is I have some Chilean sea bass, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna blacken this with like your traditional Tex-Mex, cumin, chili powder flavors, and then the sauce will do a little bit of a cross, a little Asian sauce. Sound good?
Sick, dude.
All right, so I'm gonna have you just take the root off this and take both sides and just start peeling that. And then with this knife, so you don't fucking lose all your fingers, I'm gonna have you hold it like this. You have way more control whenever you're holding the knife. Like, you basically never use the handle, and then just keep those fingers just tucked right in. I'm just gonna use a mandolin to get a little fine shred on the cabbage. So I don't want to butcher your last name. How do you pronounce it?
Dude, I'm really impressed that you got my first name.
Well, I've heard it enough, and I've seen enough of your clips.
Dude, I have close friends who still call me Julio.
Really?
Like, they're close friends of mine, and they still don't understand that Giulio is a name. So last name's Gallarotti.
Okay, so Italian?
Yeah, very. I'm a pampered Italian boy. Like, I never did anything for myself growing up.
Sure.
Didn't wash laundry until adulthood, never cooked, never did anything. So like, I know good food, I just don't know how to make it.
Sure. Did you grow up eating a lot of it, like Italian, just traditional,
yes,
that cooking?
But my mom, like, shout out to my mom, she mixed it up nicely too. A lot of Asian fusion. She would make different stuff. So, but then like my family members, I would say for the most part, cook pretty strictly Italian.
And you grew up, what, New York? Were you a New York City guy?
No, my parents, when I was little, but more in Connecticut. But my parents are both immigrants, like they're both from Italy.
Oh, they're both, so you're first generation?
First generation,
wow,
man.
all right, that's real deal. That's legit.
What's your background?
So I'm half Cuban. My dad's Cuban, but I look like my mom. But Cubans are pretty fair.
Cubans are like,
yeah, that's what I always say. People are like, no way. Colonized by Spain, so you get a lot of mostly Spanish influence in there.
Is there a Cuban community in Minnesota?
No, I don't think there's any besides my family that I know of.
Do you like go to Miami and immediately feel seen?
Yeah, exactly. Miami, my grandma was in Miami, and every time we went down there, but she never spoke English, and I never learned Spanish, so.
Dude, I'm in the same boat.
The communication with my grandma was pretty much charades the whole time.
Dude, I literally have a bit about this. Yeah, in Italy, same shit. Like, I don't speak Italian really, and I'll go out there and just be with my family members and like making up fake sign language. It's wild.
This cabbage, we're just gonna do a quick pickle on it, and by quick I mean by the time we're done cooking, it'll be slightly pickled. So this is just some sherry vinegar going on top of that, and some salt. So it's still gonna have a little bit of bite, but it's gonna be a little, not as, like, you're not eating raw cabbage. And then this is like, here, take a smell of this. This is like a blueberry vinegar.
That's just gorgeous.
Little sweetness.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Unbelievable.
If you fuck this up, it can take the tip of your finger up, but all you gotta do is just come down and go slow. Yeah, you can handle that. Don't go back and forth like crazy. We don't have to set any records here.
Okay, no records. This is very, very soothing. Do you find cooking to be therapeutic?
I do. It depends on what I'm doing. If I'm cooking for a group or it's a private event and it's someone's like hiring me to come cook for them, then it's a little bit more high pressure. But if I'm on my own, just fucking around experimenting, that's when it's therapeutic and soothing. If there's no shot clock on when this has to be done,
right?
Yeah, that's what I like about it. That's where people are like, oh, it's an art form, and that expression of it, where you can just have a blank canvas of whatever you're cooking. That's where it's fun.
Dude, shout out to my girl, man. She can really cook, and she doesn't cook often, and she doesn't have a ton of like training, but somehow she's able to like make on-the-fly decisions, like things that most people need like an established foundation for.
I think part of it, I describe it the same way as this, like, people have the natural ability to sing, dance, do comedy. Like, there is like a little bit of an intuition involved in it, but I think it's the easiest one of those arts or skills to learn. I think anyone can kind of get proficient in cooking. Let's get going on the fish. Some sea bass, nice piece of fish, nice meaty piece of fish. If you're ever picking fish out and you poke it, it should spring back, and that's how you know it's fresh. If you ever poke it down and like the indentation stays, run away. Throw that out, it's bad fish. And it shouldn't have a very strong smell either. If it smells like fish, not good, and if it doesn't spring back to life, those are the two things you want to look for. And then we'll go in with a little avocado oil, and we're gonna blacken this. So I have a mix of onion powder, chili powder, garlic powder, paprika, and we're gonna roll this all on that.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite kind of cuisine? What do you like? What's your go-to?
Man, I like everything. I hit a lot of Japanese. I live near Sugarfish and Kazunori, which are both like really good price point for the level. If I can't think of it and I want to hit a hard meal, like maybe I'll do that. But I like pretty much all cuisines.
You're also a very adventurous traveler too.
I am.
So will you eat when you're abroad, you'll eat anything?
Yeah. If it's some like gross thing that's like funny, maybe I'll do it just for the sake of it. If I go to a place and they're like, this is the thing here, I'll eat it.
That's good. Okay,
sure,
that's like the best rule of traveling that I've found is if you're ever somewhere and there's a traditional food, just try it, just eat it. Have you ever gotten sick traveling?
Oh, all the time.
All the time? Yeah.
Like most of the time. Like if you're not in a quote first world country, a lot of the time there's just like the water is a little contaminated. So like you got to eat small portions.
Yeah.
So your body can get used to it.
I did a month in India and I got more sick than I've ever been.
That is the place you're like the most likely to get food poisoning.
Yes, but after that, I've traveled since, and I think it's built up an immunity, or just completely fucked me to the point where nothing else can get there. This we're gonna go, and you're gonna think, oh, it might be burning, but the point of this is to get some good color on that. That's the color we want on that.
Look at that, beautiful.
All right, that's done. Let's do our sauce now. Little sesame oil, a little bit of soy sauce here, some yuzu, just for like a tiny bit of yuzu. We're gonna do mostly lime juice, but I like the tartness of that, and a little mirin, which.
What is this?
Mirin. This is like sweet sake.
Cool.
Here, give me the back of your hand. Usually do this with a thicker sauce, but give that a lick.
Delicious.
And then a little QP mayo. How are you with spice? What's your spice tolerance?
I have a very high tolerance.
Okay, good.
Is that like a Japanese mayo?
Yeah, this is QP mayo, which is a lot richer. So these are chipotle.
Whoa.
And if you want to try a little bit of that, see how you like that spice. So this is where our smokiness is coming in.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go seeds and all, get this really fine.
Gorgeous. That feels so good, dude.
The burn?
The burn.
Yeah. I'm gonna slice this avocado. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna make it look really nice.
Nice.
Take that out.
Good pit chop.
Good pit chop. Peel the skin off. You need a perfectly ripe avocado.
How do you do that? Get a perfectly ripe one.
What you do, I've already flicked it off, but there's usually a little knob on this. If you can flick it off and it just goes right away, that's a good sign, and then just feel it. You don't want it too soft, but you don't want it firm either. You want it just, like how that feels is like a perfectly ripe avocado.
Yeah. See, I always worry about people giving me a hard time for touching all the avocados, and sometimes there's a sign.
Really?
That says don't touch the avocados.
Oh, that's annoying.
But I'll try to like do it in a way where no one's looking. But the flick helps.
The flick is good, but you're also touching the outside. No one eats the skin. Why would anyone give a shit?
Right.
You can start peeling that, and what we're gonna do is just cut it on a slight bias, super thin. See, so we're going for like little pieces like that.
Okay, so as thin as possible here.
Now I'm usually a corn tortilla with tacos, but whenever I do fish, I always go flour. I don't know why, but for me, if it's a fish taco, it's flour. Otherwise, corn all the way. All right, let's build these, dude. We are ready.
Whenever I build my own tacos, I get greedy with the fixins, and then by the time I'm eating it, it's not only oozing on me, but it starts to explode on me as well.
I'm the same way. It happens to the best of us. All right, so that's all. Here, try it. Put your finger just below that. That's gonna be our smokiness, our spice. Oh. You like cilantro, or are you one of those people
I
where
love cilantro.
All right, we'll chop us cilantro.
I go nuts for it.
Perfect.
I hated it as a kid, and then I grew up.
Yeah, I really became a man. I mean, you're not a picky eater. Is there anything you won't eat?
I don't like Caesar salad.
Really?
Which is like a pretty popular thing that I dislike.
Okay. Are you on the healthier side of not?
I try, dude, but it's tough out there.
I feel like as a comedian too, on the road, you have the options can be.
That's true.
Not the best.
I try to win the battles that I can win. Like
Sure.
I can't. It's hard to say no to certain things, you know. But like I don't really eat fast food that much.
Right.
I prefer like a nice cooked meal.
Yes, which we have here. So the fish is looking beautiful, but I kind of like to flake it open. Wow. And just have it kind of live like that.
It's like Nobu vibes, dude.
Just boom, so we get a piece of everything in there. A little bit blackened on top. All right, now let's go in here. A little bit of lime juice, why not? If you have a show at night, is it like a game day where you're thinking about it all day, or have you done it so many times it's not like...
I mean, for a taping, it's like a little bit of a mindfuck. I've never taped my own special before. Like I've been part of ensemble specials, but this is my first one myself. So to be honest, it's a little bit of uncharted territory. You know, I've practiced the stuff enough. If I fuck it up, we can always do pickup shots. So I'm hoping that I can bring my A game.
All right, Giulio, and there you are, fish tacos.
Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Appreciate you. Delicious. It's very romantic, bro.
It is very romantic. It's nice. I was kind of freestyling there. Wasn't sure how it was gonna go. Like you asked if you can just cook anything. I kind of just tested your hypothesis there. It turned out pretty good. I like this one. Guys, thanks for watching What's for Lunch. Giulio, thanks for being here, man. That was fun. We'll do it again. See you guys next time. Peace.